we salute you. Devon Harris, we salute you. We salute you. Devon Harris, we salute you. For the things that you say and what you do, first Jamaican to go start a show. Bobsled we're talking about. You were a cadet, not a shy youth. Now you're living your dream. First Jamaica bobsled team.
So that was my initial reaction, but interestingly enough, the idea was intriguing to me. You know, not because I saw it as this awesome opportunity to go do something groundbreaking, but more because I saw it as a chance to fulfill an intention I had for about 7 years. So when I was about 14, going on 15, it's 1979, the year I started running track. The ABC Wild Roller Sports had a program on TV called Road to Moscow. The Moscow Olympics were coming up in 1980, and they were showcasing all these athletes from across the world, different disciplines, who were vying to compete in Moscow. And among the many things that kind of hit me was this idea that Olympic athletes are actually average and ordinary people. But they had extraordinary dreams, and they had an equally extraordinary desire to make those dreams happen. And so in that moment, this idea of becoming an Olympic athlete was born, because I'm like, wow, you know, if I could just have an extraordinary dream and the desire, like everyone who succeeds in every other area of their life, you're average and ordinary, but you have these extraordinary ambitions and desire to make it happen, then I could probably become an Olympian. And then my colonel, of course, the minute he told me that or suggested that I should try out for the team, I mean, it was game on. I went from being ambivalent to, God, I don't know how. I just know I have to make this team. There was just sheer determination, sheer resolve, man. I was just intent on making this happen, just manifesting this thing. You know, so it's like I could see the dream. It was right there. I just had to stretch, just a little, just stretch. Well, I didn't know how much I had to stretch, actually. And I had to, because
for the things that you say and what you do, first Jamaican to go start a show. Bobsled we're talking about. You were a cadet, not a shy youth. Now you're living your dream. First Jamaica bobsled team.
This thing was tough from the very beginning, you know. I'm a middle distance runner, and bobsledding is about sprinting. So I'm there, you know, so I'm destroying the myth that everybody in Jamaica is Usain Bolt. You know, no, there are some of us who don't sprint fast, and I'm one of them. So I go to this bobsled team trials, and I'm trying to sprint as fast as I can. I'm grinding it out, man. I'm grinding. I'm trying to perform as best as I can in each test over 2 days. There are about 30 of us vying for 4 spots. Right? And I'm like digging in, I'm hyper-focused. I'm not talking to a soul, I'm just kind of listening, trying to learn as much as I can. But, you know, it worked. I got selected to the team. This is an original picture, early picture of the first 4 guys. The white guy is not one of the team members, that's George Fitch. And, oh, you thought he was one of the team members? Next to George is Michael White. Michael was a private in the Army, a radio operator. Next to Mikey is Samuel Clayton. Samuel was the only civilian on the team. He was an engineer with our railway company. And that's me next to him, a lieutenant, platoon commander. And Dudley Stokes fills out the 4 where he was an Army captain and a helicopter pilot. So this is us on our very first bobsled trip in Lake Placid, New York. And we went to meet our coach, the other white guy pictured there, Howard Seiler. Now, that black thing you see between us there, that's a 2-man bobsled. And that's the first bobsled we're seeing in our lives. Now, this is September 87. Remember when the Olympics were? February 88, and that's the first time we're seeing a bobsled in our lives. So I talk about stretching. I mean, it was a steep learning curve, man. That weekend in Lake Placid, we were there, and the American team was on the ice rink, and we joined them in practice. We spent more time on our butts than we spent pushing the sled. So we had to learn to walk on ice, learn to run on ice, learn to push a bobsled. I had to learn to overcome my fear of speed and height. So I want to be a bobsledder, but I'm scared of speed and height. So I had to learn to overcome that. We had long hours of practice. I mean, just imagine going from 96 degrees in the shade here to minus 40 degrees in Calgary. I mean, it's a shock to the system, right? And then, I mean, there were times when we just didn't know where the next meal was coming from. And so we figured out and we created these T-shirts and we started selling them so that we could eat. So it was a steep learning curve. And on top of that, we were also learning to gel as a team. So we didn't know each other prior to getting selected on the team. And so, as you go through that forming stage and getting to know each other, you get into learning how to gel. Honestly, though, it was a little bit easier for the 3 Army guys because we all spoke the same Army language. We shared this mindset that we developed from our Army experience here. So